Namaste, Jai Bharat. People say in rhetoric that all religions say the same thing. They all are one in essence. But then this is often incorrect. I would at least speak about Hindu Dharma, which is entirely different, because all religions except Hindu Dharma tell Hindu means all the dharmas of Bharat. Jain, Bauddha, Sikh, they all have one syntax. They all have one category of understanding, one concept. But the others, they say, we are correct and you are not correct. We are right, you are wrong. Ours is the right path, yours is the wrong path. No. Ours is the right path could still be tolerated, but the moment it comes, yours is the wrong path, therefore you are to be treated as the other, then that becomes dangerous. The idea of the other is from European philosophy, not from Bharatiya Darshana. So the people, what they say, in essence all religions are the same, is absolutely a misunderstanding. It's really not the case. Maybe one can go, at the most one can go to the extent of saying that they carry the same spirit of transcendentality, which is again not very correct. Whatever is the case. See, distinct religions, especially Semitic order, say that I am right, you are not right. Then they will go several steps ahead to say that I am right, you are completely wrong. You can't be right. No, to that extent and such narratives. And their differences explored. You look at the sectarian differences in religions. Take the case of both Islam and Christianity. The Christians fought 30 years of war among themselves. 30 years of war among themselves. Islam still fights within their sects. One wouldn't accept the other as true. And they each one tries that I am right, I am true and you are untrue. That they talk to others. Whatever they talk to others, they talk among themselves also. Where you read into differences and magnify differences, they get into miseries of contradiction and conflict. That's precisely what they have been creating. Because their religious texts will prescribe, you are right, others are wrong. That's a problem. You are right, others are wrong. Explicitly, take any religious text. They would say, you are right, others are not right. Somebody will aggressively say, you are right, others are wrong. Then the aggression goes into practicalities of get the kafir killed or things like that. That's further. But the fundamental difference is that you are right or others are wrong. But this is not applicable in Bharat. You look at the sampradayas within Bharat. There are this Vaishnava tradition, and within Vaishnava tradition, multiple traditions. Shakta tradition, Shaiva tradition, etc. They coexist. They don't contradict. Just because of one thing, the prime religious text, these expressions are inappropriate. Religion is inappropriate in Bharatiya context, and so I have to say again, no, for want of other word, prime religious text, the Rig Veda, which is the first text of mankind. It becomes in written form much later than its existence. It existed through the tradition of Shruti, Smriti pattern. It was not written as you think that somebody sits and writes. In other cases, you know who codifies them. They write the narratives which they heard. But here again, it's Maharshi Vyasa and his team sat together at a place called as Naimisharanya, which is not very far from Lucknow, and composed the Rig Veda. And all the things were composed in such manner. We had Gurukulas. Gurukulas also can be translated as a university, where such things were done. So Rig Veda is the first text, prime principal text, which has 10 chapters called as mandalas, 10 mandalas, so to say. And the last Sukta, in the last mandala, which is the 10th mandala, says simply this: Sangachatvam Sambadhatvam Samaniva Akriti Samani Hridayaniva Samanavastu Vomano Yathava Su Saha Asti. This is how Rigveda concludes. Let's see what it means. It simply, I am not going into the details, it takes time. It simply asks for coexistence of multiple and plurally stayed together. How one mind, one resource, one thought, well, you will progress. That's a suggestion. Nowhere it is said the other to be killed and destroyed. And such a text is the only text which says that future man should coexist, which suggests coexistence. From this, those who understood this, they have gone to the extent of predicting that in future the entire world will be Sanatanis, not that religious, like externally religious, but internally Sanatanis. No other religion would ask you to coexist, and that is why, in spite of all the efforts to destroy Sanatana Dharma in Bharat, everyone invariably fails, and shall continue to fail. For all time to come, in the distant future, they will slowly get attracted to Sanatana Dharma and become Sanatanis in their own manner, not like a Banarasi Hindu, not necessarily like a Bodhgaya Hindu, not necessarily like a Hindu from the south or from the west, the Saraswati Valley Hindu, but a Hindu in his own way, but Hindu, nonetheless Hindu, carrying the same spirit and having no difference. That is what the world is going to be. Many people have predicted. Maybe I'll do that after some time. We shall meet. Namaste. Jai Bharat, Jai Shri Ram.